So good morning, a Friday the 13th beginning to our meeting on Saturday. Welcome. Before we begin our morning practice, I think Fernando would like to share a few words with us. So Fernando, if you would.
Sure. Just wanted again to welcome everyone. We started this meetings early this year due to the coronavirus pandemic, because we knew that we were not going to be able to get together as a national sangha. So the April meeting went by, and we did not have a get together. We were planning an August silent retreat, which went very silent because nobody could come. Now we're moving on to our December retreat, and I think we still need to be doing this because we're obviously not ready to meet. I do not know what's going to happen to our April retreat. We'll see. It doesn't look like probably it's going to happen so from what we see so far, but anyway, so these meetings have been really a real great gift to get a chance to practice together, hear what everybody else is doing, learn a lot of new things. And I think I think this is going to help us as a National Sangha in the future, because some form of this type of meeting will continue even after the pandemic is over. So just hang in there, let's enjoy the day and enjoy being with each other. It's great to see all your faces.
Here comes Elena. I'll wait for her to pop in before we start our practice. Here she is. Elena, we were just about to start our practice, and now that you're here, it's the perfect time to start. Please rise for the incense ceremony.
To all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas throughout space and time, may it be as fragrant as the earth herself, transforming our careful efforts, our wholehearted awareness, and the fruit of understanding slowly ripening. May we and all beings be companions of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. May we awaken from forgetfulness and realize our true home.
Please remain standing for the 3 refuges. We will make a bow after each refuge. I take refuge in the Buddha, the one who shows me the way in this life. I take refuge in the Dharma, the way of understanding and love. I take refuge in the Sangha, the community that lives in harmony and awareness. Please be seated. We will now recite the Heart Sutra. As soon as I locate my striker, which seems to have disappeared. One moment, please. Oh, here it is.
The heart of perfect understanding, the Bodhisattva Avalokita, while moving in the deep course of perfect understanding, shed light on the five skandhas and found them equally empty. After this penetration, he overcame ill-being. Listen, Sariputra, form is emptiness, emptiness is form, form is not other than emptiness, emptiness is not other than form. The same is true with feelings, perception, mental formations, and consciousness. Listen, Sariputra, all dharmas are merged with emptiness. They are neither produced nor destroyed, neither defiled nor immaculate, neither increasing nor decreasing. Therefore, in emptiness there is neither form, nor feeling, nor perception, nor mental formation, nor consciousness, no eye or ear or nose or tongue or body or mind, no form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no object of mind, no realms of element from eyes to mind consciousness, no interdependent origins and no extinction of them, from ignorance to death and decay, no ill-being, no cause of ill-being, no end of ill-being, and no path, no understanding, and no attainment. Because there is no attainment, the Bodhisattvas grounded in perfect understanding, find no obstacle for their mind. Having no obstacles, they overcome fear, liberating themselves forever from illusion, realizing perfect nirvana. All Buddhas in the past, present, and future, thanks to this perfect understanding, arrive at full right and universal enlightenment. Therefore, one should know that perfect understanding is the highest mantra, the unequal mantra, the destroyer of ill-being, the incorruptible truth, a mantra of Prajna Paramita should therefore be proclaimed. Gate gate para samgate bodhiswaha. Gate para samgate bodhiswaha. Gate para samgate bodhiswaha.
We will now recite the 5 wonderful precepts. I'm going to say the first one, and then please chime in as you see fit for the other 4. The 5 wonderful precepts. The first wonderful precept. Aware of the suffering caused by the destruction of life, I vow to cultivate compassion and learn ways to protect the lives of people, animals, plants, and minerals. I am determined not to kill, not to let others kill, and not to condone any act of killing in the world, in my thinking, or in my way of life. This is the first wonderful precept.
The second wonderful precept. Aware of the suffering caused by exploitation, social injustice, stealing, and oppression, I vow to cultivate love and kindness and learn ways to work for the well-being of people, animals, plants, and minerals. I will practice generosity by sharing my time, energy, and material resources with those who are in real need. I am determined not to steal and not to possess anything that should belong to others. I will respect the property of others, but I will prevent others from profiting from human suffering or the suffering of other species on earth. This is the second wonderful precept.
The third wonderful precept. Aware of the suffering caused by sexual misconduct, I vow to cultivate responsibility and learn ways to protect the safety and integrity of individuals, couples, families, and society. I'm determined not to engage in sexual relations without love and a long-term commitment. To preserve the happiness of myself and others, I'm determined to respect my commitments and the commitments of others. I will do everything in my power to protect children from sexual abuse and to prevent couples and families from being broken by sexual misconduct. This is the third wonderful precept.
The fourth wonderful precept. Aware of the suffering caused by a mindful speech and inability to listen to others, I vow to cultivate loving speech and deep listening in order to bring joy and happiness to others and to relieve others of their suffering. Knowing that words can create happiness or suffering, I am determined to speak truthfully with words that inspire self-confidence, joy, and hope. I will not spread news that I do not know to be certain, and I will not criticize or condemn things of which I am not sure. I will refrain from uttering words that can cause division or discord, or that can cause the family or the community to break. I am determined to make all efforts to reconcile and resolve all conflicts, however small. This is the fourth wonderful precept.
The fifth wonderful precept. Aware of the suffering caused by unmindful consumption, I vow to cultivate good health, both physical and mental, for myself, my family, and my society by practicing mindful eating, drinking, and consuming. I will ingest only items that preserve peace, well-being, and joy in my body, in my consciousness, and in my collective body and consciousness of my family and society. I am determined not to use alcohol or any other items that contain toxins, such as certain TV programs, magazines, books, films, and conversations. I am aware that to damage my body or my consciousness with these poisons is to betray my ancestors, my parents, my society, and future generations. I will work to transform violence, fear, anger, and confusion in myself and in society by practicing a diet for myself and for society. I understand that a proper diet is crucial for self-transformation and the transformation of society. This is the fifth wonderful precept.